B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wapaton. All the hits from 2KM today.
And welcome to the Red Rain pregame show, serving the local farmers since 1986. Turner office getting ready to kick off some Heart of Lakes baseball. We got Breckenridge Cowboys taking on Staples-Motley Cardinals, and despite the steady rain coming down, they're going to keep this game going. So looks like we are getting ready to rock here, and it'll be a very brief pregame show because we're just kind of getting set up here, right behind home plate. Actually, got us in like a little shack here. Camera angle is not exactly ideal, but you know what? That's where we could get it. So we got it right behind home plate. But we do got time for your starting lineups, brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley, providing superior quality products and services while generating a positive return for their patrons. And we'll start off with the home team. Staples-Motley goes like this. Elijah Cosen is a shortstop, wearing number 7. Bat number 2 is Cooper Tappy. He is a second baseman, wearing number 4. Colby Tappy, another Tappy in the 3 spot. A catcher, wearing number 13. Chris Taylor up next, a left fielder, wearing number 19. Hayden Rutherford. A first baseman, wearing number 11. Then we got Jack Carlson. Third base, wearing number 2. And Ben Terrell is going to be pitching, and wearing number 20, batting 7th. Bo Carlson up next in the 8th spot. Playing right field and wearing number 12. Then we got Silas Clausen, center fielder, wearing number 15. To round out the starting lineup for Staples-Motley. And then the Breckenridge Cowboys go like this. In the top spot, they got first baseman Logan Church, the lefty. Wears number 14 for his squad, and then Connor Ernst in the 2 spot playing short. Wearing number 13, Cooper Roberts is the third baseman, and third baseman, and wearing number 2. In the cleanup spot is Paul Armitage, a catcher wearing number 16, and then Trey Volgebacher, senior left fielder, is wearing number 3. Gavin Hoffert will be playing second base, wearing number 8. Batting 7th is Quentin Lugard, the DH. He'll be DHing for Lawson Oliphant, and center field wearing number 1. Lugard wears 10, by the way. Gabe Armitage wearing number 6, bats 8th, and will be pitching. And Riley Kappas in right field to round it out. We're number 11. Starting lineups once again brought to you by Farmers Union Oil of Southern Valley. And now we're getting ready for your first pitch. And as promised, Logan Church stepping in, and not the greatest angle in the world for me for where I'm set up, but we'll try to make it work as we go along. I'll go outside if I have to, folks, I know. But the steady rain, it's kind of discouraging me a little bit. Logan Church is watching this first pitch come in. A little high in the zone. Got a good angle for that. Ball 1. And on the hill once again is Ben Terrell. And then this one is hit to right field where it's hauled in for the out. So 1 up, 1 down. Logan Church flies out to right. Bringing up next in the order, Connor Ernst, the shortstop.
Just waiting for it now. I don't know if there was something weird.
Right-handed batter after the lefty Logan Church started off. Then they're high in the zone to start off the AB. Ernst watches this one go by. 1 out count for Ernst. And swing and miss on the off speed on this one. Very nice drop on that curveball. Connor Ernst. The 1-1 count. And this one, another curveball to find the outside corner. For strike 2 looking. And that's Ben Terrell. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. So Connor Ernst goes down swinging. 2 up, 2 down. In the 3 spot, we got Cooper Roberts. Roberts. Rocking number 2. And this one, firing and catching the outside part of the plate for strike 1 looking. Roberts. We're in the elbow pad up there, so we'll see if that entices him to wear one. I'm always curious right away, and he's going to duck out of the way of this one. 1-1 count for Roberts. It's Ben Terrell.
Test 1 2 3. Test 1 2 3.
Staples-Motley. moved this game time up actually to 3:30 so they could try to beat the weather. And looks like the rain has kind of relaxed for a little bit, so that's a plus from my viewpoint at least. Once again, they got me indoors. Next pitch is fouled off. Out of play, so we'll keep it at a 1-2 count. Paul Armitage will go snag it for Blue. And Terrell getting the sign from his catcher. And this one chopped down to the third base line, but is foul. And by the way, the catcher is Colby Tappy. Had to make sure to double check that. Misread his number. I was going to say there is no 23 out there. 13, apologies. 1-2 count. And that curveball too high in the zone. Roberts waits the delivery. 0-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the top of the first. And swing and a miss. So 1-2-3 inning for the Cowboys to start this one off here at Staples-Motley High School on a dreary day so far, but we'll see if Cowboys can, get a 1-2-3 inning of their own. And when they respond here, you are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Staples-Motley High School. So we got the Breckenridge Cowboys and Staples-Motley Cardinals. Half an inning in the books already. 1-2-3 for the Cowboys. And make sure to get that updated for you on the scoreboard for you. Apologies about that once again, but we're kind of trying to adjust to the elements. I was hoping that we were going to have this kind of set up outside. We were going to get a table and put it in the bleachers, or maybe put it right behind the fence here, but instead they got us in a little shack where I think is usually used for concessions. I know that NDSCS softball has kind of a similar shack to this, so if you guys have been to the softball facility, you probably know what I'm talking about. So if you hear another voice here as well, there's also another radio station here, so you guys get to hear my golf voice. You know, I don't get to bust this out very often, but you guys probably didn't even know I could be quiet. But top of the order for Staples-Motley. In the leadoff spot, we got, apologies, double checking the names on here, we got Elijah Kosen. And starts off by wearing the pitch. And once again, on the hill for the Cowboys is Gabe Armitage. So right away, we got a base runner to deal with. We'll see what Gabe Armitage has for this next one. Can only go up from there. Guess it wasn't like it was a home run or anything, as this one is hit out to
Now Cooper Tappy pops this
right
one
field
up
and,
mile high in the air, ranging over to
or
middle
my
field.
apologies,
Shortstop Ernst
to the
for
shortstop.
Cowboys, and that's a P6.
You guys caught me kind of adjusting my setup here for where I can actually see where the ball is. There we go.
That one is
After that fly out from Tappy, brings up the other Tappy, Colby Tappy, after Cooper Tappy's fly out.
Tappy into the batter's box. And instead of a pitch, it'll be a check back to first
So
base.
Gabe Armitage gives a toss over to first base.
Tappy, a junior, or standout football running back, wrestler as well.
Waiting on the left-handed pitch is Tappy. Gabe Armitage with the right-handed delivery. And runners off to second. Thrown over there, but Paul Armitage's throw is not in time. The Armitage battery.
The throw over from Paul Armitage, not able to get
After
there
the
in time, and that is going to be a
stolen base from Kosan. Elijah Kosan, by the way.
out. It was a called strike to Colby Tappy, and the Cardinals three-hitter has a runner in scoring position with just one out in the bottom of the first, no score. That one in the dirt.
And this one is a wild pitch. So Paul Armitage is able to keep it from going to the backstop, but the runner still moves over to second.
Just a ball hit past the pitcher, likely to get a runner home, and give the Cardinals their first lead of the game. Both of these teams kind of
So Staples-Motley with a man in scoring position, first base runner of the game, and the leadoff man does his job, getting into a favorable spot here with one out. Gabe Armitage trying to keep the runner in check. Swing and a miss.
big healthy cut there from Tappy, swung on and missed. Count moves to 1-2 now. On deck is
And that was, once again, Colby Tappy taking the hack at it. Chris Taylor is on deck in the cleanup spot. Colby Tappy waiting on the Gabe Armitage delivery. And hacked off. So that one goes foul. Armitage once again behind the plate. Some other Cowboys in the field. Better shout out them as well. We got Logan Church over at first. And then at second is Gavin Hoffert. Cooper Roberts at third. The shortstop who got the fly out earlier, Connor Ernst. Gabe Armitage delivers the pitch, and that one is another foul off.
350 to the right center field gap, and then 315 to the right field pole. So pretty symmetrical here at Jerry.
So Staples-Motley.
Going across the way, Pine Grove Park, not too far away from here. Doesn't quite have that extreme of a right.
Once again, a man on third base. 0-0 score here in the bottom of the first on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Gabe Armitage. Has this one go too high and outside. Make it a 2-2 count. Gabe Armitage getting the sign from his brother Paul. Delivers it. And this one is driven to right field. And it's going to be hauled in by the center fielder Lawson Alphin. And they're going to tag up for the RBI sac fly. And you know it's a chilly day for Kosan when he's got the hoodie on underneath the jersey. Kosan scores on the RBI sac fly once again from the three-spot man. That was Colby Tappy. Chris Taylor now into the batter's box, the cleanup man. Has a runner on, or no runners to work with. Gabe Armitage fires it and has this one fouled off down the third baseline. 1-0 score, Staples-Motley on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Better get the score updated here with the 0-1 count. Armitage with some nice junk on that one, but it is fouled off. Once again down the left field line. So Staples-Motley doing a good job getting on these pitches right away. Just got to straighten them all out. Haven't gotten a hit yet. Do have got a free base with a hit by pitch and capitalized on it. A few things went their way. Stolen base, wild pitch, and then a sac fly. And this one got my first flinch of the day. That one is fouled off in the backstop.
The JV field behind the Jerry Reaver Field scoreboard, which has the game going on as well with the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Again,
So we got a 1-2 count.
baseball matchup between these two spots, and this will be the only meeting
Gabe,
that these two teams have this
or Gabe Armitage, fires the ball. That curveball driven to center field. Lawson Oliphant isn't going to be able to get there in time. Drops in front of him for the first hit of the day.
center fielder Oliphant. That's just an
And that was Chris Taylor with the single.
where it came from, and a single for Taylor puts a runner
So we got a man on first, 2 outs. Staples-Motley up 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Into the batter's box is we got 11, Hayden Rutherford. Rutherford holds it down at first base. Staples-Motley rocking the red jerseys. Looking like something the Fargo Moorhead Red Hawks could be rocking. That one misses the zone on the first pitch. 1-0 count, man on first. They've already stolen on Paul Armitage once so far. And we shall see. They're going to again, but this one is going to be hit down the third base line, but foul again. So Staples-Motley keeping the theme going where they're getting on these pitches right away. We'll see if this one gets straightened out. Gabe Armitage. Once again, has a man on first to work with, or to work around, but 2 outs. And this one hit over to Cooper Roberts. He's going to take the easy play over to first, and it is tossed over for the out. So 1 hit, 1 run, no errors. Staples-Motley takes a 1-0 lead. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll be right back after this break.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia Health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening, because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
And welcome back to Staples-Motley High School. 1-0 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And stepping into the batter's box is Paul Armitage, cleanup hitter. After the Cowboys went 1-2-3, now waiting on the delivery from the Staples-Motley pitcher, Ben Terrell. Paul Armitage watches the first one go a little high. Or my apologies. Pops this one up. Armitage, rocking number 16. And waiting on the pitch, and big hack on this one, so pair of strikes right off the bat. Armitage waiting on this one as the catcher scooches out, and that one hits too far outside. Sets up a 2-2 count for the cleanup hitter, as luckily the rain has cooled down. And this one popped up by Armitage, and the third baseman's going to have a play on it. And he ends up catching it and kind of ended up falling over with the shortstop, kind of ran into him too, but pop up to the third baseman. So that brings up in the order, number 5 hitter, Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher out in left field today. Terrell. The right-handed pitch. Fires home and popped up by Vogelbacher, so we'll see if we get to see back-to-back pop-ups. This one into shallow left center, hauled in by the shortstop. So 2 up, 2 down, helping out Terrell's pitch count. And into the batter's box is Gavin Hoffert, guy we've seen quite a bit for the Cowboys the last couple years. And he's manning second base today. And this one, curveball, looks like it did not drop far enough into the zone for ball 1. And this one dribbled over to third, and this one is going to be tossed over to first for the 5-3 putout, and looks like it is not going to be good. The throw is off the mark from the third baseman, so E5 gets Gavin Hoffert on base. So Breckenridge has a man on base to work with for the first time in the night. Quentin Lugert, I say night as if this didn't get moved up to 3:30. The DH for the Cowboys, another left-handed hitter in their lineup. Waiting on the Terrell pitch, or Terrell. And swinging a miss on this one that dropped into the very low part of the zone. Once again, a man on first to work with. Breckenridge trailing 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here at Staples-Motley High School. My third trip to Staples. I made it for 3 sports this year. Came for football in the fall, and then basketball in the winter, and now here we are. Don't ask me to rank the facilities today. We got a swing and a miss for a strike 2 for Quentin Lugert. Once again, the lefty is looking to move Hoffert over on the pond. Swing and a miss for strike 3 from Lugert, and Breckenridge will not be able to advance their base runner, but bottom of the second coming your way. Breckenridge trailing 1-0 against the Cardinals. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, the I3G Sports Network.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wapaton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Nothing going on the Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Staples-Motley leads here on their home field, and they're about to take the plate for the second time today. Breckenridge wasn't able to capitalize on an error in the last inning and have still not gotten a base hit so far. And into the batter's box for Staples-Motley. It's going to be, I believe it is Jack Carlson. Carlson, the third baseman. Waiting to hop in the batter's box. Still giving him a little bit longer warm-up time than I expected. I think I only took a 1-minute break, but it's all right by me. I figured out that timeouts or in-between innings aren't always what they seem to be. As we got number 2, Jack Carlson once again. Learned that with all the 90-second breaks I took in 60-second timeouts during the basketball season. That was fascinating, as got some nice movement on that first pitch from Armitage to catch the strike zone for a nice start to the at-bat. Armitage as this one hit over to the shortstop. Connor Ernst has time to make the play, and he's going to end up throwing it too low. Ball might be a little slick. So Staples-Motley is going to get 2 bases for their trouble. First error of the day on the Cowboys. So, man in scoring position right off the bat for Staples.
Good amount of fence behind that if it gets past you at all, even if you have a right fielder backing it up, they have to be right on the fence.
So he's in scoring position for
You're almost likely
Ben Terrell.
90 feet no matter what, and that's exactly what Carlson did. So it was a hit by
Gabe Armitage looking over to head coach Jack Heidemann for some guidance on what we're doing with this man on second. Terrell.
to the plate, nobody out. Runner on second base and a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. Cardinals and the Breckenridge Cowboys. Here's pitch.
And that one finds the zone for strike one once again. Another nice start to the another first pitch strike for Gabe Armitage to set himself up. Got to help himself out where he can with the man in scoring position and no outs here in the bottom of the second. His team down 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard as the rain definitely picked up again. So we'll see if that's going to maybe contribute to potentially more errors in the game. Both teams with one now, both coming on a guy making a throw to first, as this one misses for ball 2. Or was it ball 1? Apologies. As Terrell, once again, gets the signal. Armitage. And they're going for the pickoff, and they got him dead to rights. Actually going to get into a rundown. They dropped the ball during the rundown. Toss over to third. Cooper Roberts has the tag for the out. So a heck of a pickoff turn there from Gabe Armitage. And that has been a staple for Breckenridge for how many years? I got to say that every time it works, and it works a lot. So first out of the inning in the rundown. So Gabe Armitage zipping it over to second. And then the Cowboys able to catch him in the rundown. And all of a sudden we got empty bases, and Gabe Armitage just got a batter to worry about here. This misses on this one, though, for Terrell. And Terrell trying to help himself out when he's on the hill. Gabe Armitage. And that one catches it for strike 2. Looking from Terrell. Paul Armitage. Him and his brother got a nice thing going with this battery. See if they keep it rolling here. As Gabe Armitage fires it, and it is dribbled to the pitcher. Gabe Armitage is going to have to try to make the play, and he ends up sailing it. And ball might have got even more wet when it was in the grass, so they're going to try to throw it over to second, but not in time. So E1. And that would have been a kind of a tough play for Gabe Armitage, but he didn't help himself out with the throw. So Terrell is off to second base and getting deja vu. So Terrell, after back-to-back errors, we'll see if the umpires are going to maybe factor that in here. I'm not 100% sure. I'm not saying I want the game to get called off here, but I'm not seeing any lightning here. So the only other thing I could think of is, buddies, it's getting too cold. It's getting too wet out here. Nobody can even throw a ball around here. But Gabe Armitage starts this one off with a ball. So we got a 1-0 count for number 12, Bo Carlson. He's number 8 in the hitter. So they got Silas Clausen, bottom of the order, coming up. Only one out here in the inning after the Cowboys got a man in a rundown here in this Heart of Lakes clash. Bottom of the second, Breckenridge down 1-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And strike 1. Gabe Armitage waiting on the sign. We'll see if, I know they kind of already played the pickoff card, but we'll see if we get to see another one out of the toolbox as we got strike 2 on the curveball. Carlson checking over to his third base coach. Back in the batter's box. One out here at Staples-Motley High School on a rainy Thursday. As this one has popped up, Paul Armitage has the best play on it, but it is going to be out of play. One out once again here in the bottom of the second inning. 2-2 count. Gabe Armitage Going to try to redeem himself after the errant throw. Checks the runner at second, and that curveball ends up landing too high. 2-2 count. And Carlson awaits the delivery. Fouled off once again. Breckenridge down by 1. I have to keep checking the camera. I got my sweatshirt over it, so I want to make sure it doesn't blow over. And the pitch from Gabe Armitage after checking the runner. Delivers and popped up. Paul Armitage once again had the best play on it, but is not going to be able to get there. Turn into a long AB. And Gabe Armitage. They're getting some of the balls back that have been fouled off, like we said. That's been a common theme for the first couple innings. Saying we shouldn't be having to go track down foul balls from the dugout already, but here we are. Gabe Armitage. And we'll see if this is going to be the final pitch of the long at bat, and it is. Swing and a miss. So man in scoring position, and after the K, they got just one more out to get to try to keep this man stranded. Silas Clausen, bottom of the order. That's kind of where you want to be if you're Gabe Armitage, you know, the ideal person to come up in the order. But those are the ones that are really detrimental when they get a hit off you. That's kind of that's definitely a bigger blow, it seems like, as we got a ball 1 to start this off. Missed outside. Gabe Armitage once again trying to help himself out here. Man on second that he's checking. And getting ready to fire home. Hit over to third base, but just a little bit foul. Cooper Roberts. Keep this game chugging along, tossing it over. Once again, this was a game that was originally on the schedule for 4:30. But they want to move it up an hour to try to duck the weather, but it was raining at the start, so I don't know if we'd say mission accomplished, but maybe it was. But driven to right field, and it is going to be hauled in. Oh, dropped in right field. So that'll score a run. And the E9 brings in the run. Tough break for the Cowboys. And we'll see who ended up dropping that one. In right field, that was Riley Kappas, but definitely a little slippery on the glove, I'm sure. So the E9 will bring in a run. Third Cowboy error of the inning. And head coach Jack Heidemann. Tossing one in. And like we said, a detrimental one when the bottom of the order can make some noise, but it's even worse when it's an error. So 2-0 Staples-Motley score. Gabe Armitage fires home, and that one fouled off. The runner was off to first. And Elijah Kosen scored the first run of the game for his squad after wearing a pitch. I think it was the first pitch of the game. Once again, in an inning, we've seen 3 errors so far from the Cowboys. Kosan awaiting the pitch. And this one ends up going past Paul Armitage. It's a wild pitch. Moves the runner to second and into scoring position. Once again, Breckenridge trailing 2-0 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the bottom of the second. Gabe Armitage checks the runner at second. Fires home. And foul down the third base line. Breckenridge Now a 1-2 count. As the Cowboys looking to just get out of the second inning with limited damage. And only trail by 2. This one, and I don't know if these two have prior history or not, but Kosan just wore another pitch from Gabe Armitage. Watch out for those two when they shake hands after the game. I'm just kidding. If anybody has a problem with the Armitage kids, I'd be very surprised. They're very, very respectful kids. But that'll bring up number 2 batter in the order. And that is Colby Tappy. My apologies, Cooper Tappy. The C Tappy isn't going to help me out very much with these two. As Cooper Tappy with a man on first. 2 outs. And we'll see if, or men on first and second, apologies. And this one is going to be drilled to the right center gap. That's going to score both runners. Lawson Oliphant trying to toss it in, and the run scores with ease. Stand-up double from Cooper Tappy. Cooper Tappy with the 2-run to the gap, and that was definitely going to sting a lot more knowing the Cowboys could have got out of that inning, but a drop in the outfield continued the inning. Not the only error of the inning, by the way. I think you guys heard me mention that a few times. So the 2-run double makes it a 4-run lead for Staples-Motley here on their home field. And Cooper Tappy now going to try to add to the Colby Tappy, apologies. Trying to add to the hits. Last time up, got an RBI sac fly. 4-0. With an 0-1 count and 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. And this one hit to the second baseman, and Gavin Hoppert will wrap up the inning. Breckenridge, 3 errors and a pair of runs. They trail 4-0 heading into the top of the third. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll pause for a quick break and for 10 seconds station ID.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Top of the third inning coming your way, Breckenridge Cowboys and the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Cardinals up 4-0 after a 2-run double from Cooper Tappy, part of a 3-run inning last inning. That also saw the Cowboys commit 3 errors. Had a throw from the third baseman, a throw from the pitcher, and then also a drop ball in right field. And the one in right field would have been the third out of the inning, and instead set up a situation where, or actually it turned into 3 more runs. So Breckenridge down 4-0. Up into the batter's box, Gabe Armitage. Trying to take out some of that frustration he's feeling on the hill, I assume. It's always a good place to do it. So Gabe Armitage. Waiting the pitch from Terrell. And this one, he's going to hack the first one he sees right down the middle for the first hit of the day for Breckenridge. It's a single. So Gabe Armitage helping himself out once again. We'll see how aggressive they're going to be on the bags, especially when you factor in the wet weather conditions. You know, it's probably not ideal to be firing it down to second base when the ball's soaking wet. So we'll see if that factors into the decision. Maybe they're getting a little more aggressive on the base paths, but could play devil's advocate, say maybe it's not going to be as easy to run on the dirt when it's like this, but we'll see. That one too high in the zone for ball one. For number 11, Riley Kappas for the Cowboys. Number 8 hitter, and then Lawson Oliphant, the 9 hitter on deck. Or my apologies, Gabe Armitage, they're going to go back to the top of the orders. That one is hit hard to left field, but only going to move the runner over one spot. But pair of singles back-to-back to start off started off, and that was the 9 hitter ripping that single. So now we got Logan Church back to the top of the order. It's back-to-back hits for the Cowboys. We'll see if that can spark them here. Left-handed hitter once again for Logan Church. Church's last time up flew out to right field. That went too high outside. Ball one. Logan Church, the man in scoring position, and then a man on first. 2-0 count. Church right back into the box. Kids ready to just keep this game on the road. And 3 straight balls now for Terrell after giving up a pair of singles back-to-back. Tying run in the on-deck circle. Church awaiting the delivery. Curveball drops in for strike one looking. Not too surprising not taking a hack at a 3-0, but saw him do it earlier in the season, so I wouldn't rule anything out. 3-1 count for the lefty hitter. And this one is going to foul off of him. Breckenridge down 4-0. No outs here and 2 men on for the Cowboys. Gabe Armitage on second. Riley Kappas on first. Church looking to poke it out to the outfield potentially. And hits a dribble over to the second instead. And out is a nice turn for the double play, but looks like the throw to first, they are going to say is in time. So 4-6-3. And moves the runner over to third, though. So Gabe Armitage does get to third base, but now the sacrifice fly is obviously out of play. But Connor Ernst into the batter's box. And Logan Church now 0 for 2 on the day. And Ernst's last time up struck out. So going to try to instead bring in a runner from third. Once again, Gabe Armitage in scoring position. Ernst, right-handed hitter, playing short today. Waiting on the Terrell pitch. Terrell pitching a shutout so far. Went 1-2-3 the first inning. Second inning only had the 1 base runner allowed, and now giving up the first 2 hits of the day for him as Connor Ernst watches strike 1 go by. Terrell, right-handed pitch. That one too far outside. 1-1 count. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Terrell taking his time. Fires home. And the curveball. Hang and bang. Connor Ernst drives in the runner for the 3rd hit of the day and the first Cowboy run. 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So nice RBI poke from Connor Ernst. So into the batter's box steps Cooper Roberts. He also struck out his last time, so but maybe watching him, watching Connor Ernst get some redemption, maybe will inspire him here. So Gabe Armitage scores the first run of the day for Breckenridge. Cooper Roberts awaiting the delivery. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Breck down 4-1 after getting that run. And pickoff for Ernst. He's back in time, but it was close. Ernst made it back though. Cooper Roberts waiting on the 0-1 pitch. Actually thought that first one was a ball, so scoreboard out here correcting me. And that one too low in the zone for a ball 1 in the dirt. So Roberts. Once again, 2 outs. Man on first. Connor Ernst. Not going to take off, but Cooper Roberts is going to hit this one to center field where it is hauled in for the out. Breckenridge is able to get on the board, though, 4-1. It's your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll take a quick break. Staples-Motley leads. Bottom of the third coming your way. You are listening. Cowboy Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
And welcome back. Bottom of the third inning coming your way. Breckenridge trailing Staples-Motley 4-1. Cowboys got their first run of the inning, or first run of the game here in this inning, with Gabe Armitage scoring on Connor Ernst's RBI single. Third hit of the inning end of the day for the Cowboys. After a pair of hitless innings, Gabe Armitage, as the Cowboys gave up 3 runs last inning, all of them unearned. Off a tough break. And a trio of errors once again. But we'll see if they're going to be able to kind of find their groove in the field once again on a wet day here, but it looks like the rain has slowed a bit once again. We're pretty much, since I'm inside, I'm basing it off of how loud it is when it hits the tin roof. And if I don't hear it, I assume the rain is either stopped or cooled off quite a bit. So into the batter's box for Staples-Motley. We got number 19, and that is Chris Taylor, the cleanup hitter. Taylor almost wears his first one, but got out of the way. So 1-0 count. Once again, Taylor waits the delivery, and 2-0 to get it started. Chris Taylor, his last time up, hit a single. Gabe Armitage delivers home, and third straight ball to start it off, and all these have missed different areas. One that was way inside, one way outside, one high, or no, was it low? Gabe Armitage as this one go too far outside. So 4 straight balls to give the man the base, and the lead up or the cleanup batter is on base and brings up number 5 in the order, and that is Rutherford. So Hayden Rutherford has a base runner to work with. No outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. Staples-Motley with a 3-run cushion here to work with on their home field. Gabe Armitage. Does this one go too far and in the dirt? Paul Armitage actually wasn't sure where it was. I don't blame Taylor for taking a look at 3rd. He might have actually had a decent shot at it, but Armitage is able to track it down. So now a man in scoring position for Hayden Rutherford. No outs. Breck down 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The Armitages are going to talk it out quick here. After 5 straight balls from Gabe Armitage. See if they are discussing the current batter or if they're talking about how they're going to get their second pickoff out of the day. So this Gabe had a really nice pickoff move early on in the game that led to a man getting in the rundown. Gabe Armitage delivers the pitch, and another one outside in the dirt. Nice little stop there from Paul Armitage. And keep the runner from moving over to 3rd. Rutherford, 2-0 count. Gabe Armitage checks over to 2nd. Fires home, and same spot as the last 2 pitches. Low and outside. Gabe Armitage trying to help himself out after 7 straight balls. See if he can deliver this one over the plate. Checks the runner. Fires home, and there it is. First strike of the inning for Gabe Armitage. 3-1 count. Man in scoring position for Hayden Rutherford. Gabe Armitage checks 2nd. Fires home, and this one hit to center. Lawson Oliphant's going to be the man right there. Didn't have to step far. And hauls it in. So after the fly out to center, we got Jack Carlson. Carlson, 0 for 1 so far on the day. Gabe Armitage gets the first out of the inning. Once again, a man in scoring position for Staples-Motley. After the Rutherford flyout, Chris Jenkins on 2nd. Too high in the zone for ball 1. Carlson waiting on the sign from his coach. And back into the batter's box we go. 1-0 count. Gabe Armitage checks over at the runner, and he's going to show a bunt. Gabe Armitage scoops it up, tosses it over first for the out. So the sack bunt will move the man over to 3rd for Ben Terrell. Terrell has a hit and a run so far, 1 for 1. So now he's got a man to work with on 3rd after the nice sack bunt to Gabe Armitage. Terrell waiting on the first pitch. Gabe Armitage checks the man at 3rd, fires home, and fires to the outside corner for strike 1. So Terrell waiting the Gabe Armitage delivery. Battling from behind, and this one is fouled off, so 0-2. Gabe Armitage, we'll see if he can take him himself. I don't think he's struck out a batter yet. Check my pitching stats here. Shout out to Robert Wanick for the game changer, and for the Cowboys for using game changer, of course. He's got 1 strikeout so far today. See if he can make it number 2. And curveball is fouled off. Paul Armitage going to try to make a play on. He's not going to be able to get to it. So the count remains 0-2 for Terrell. He's pitching a nice game as well. We've given up the 1 run so far. 0-2 count. Man on third. Cowboys trailing 4-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gabe Armitage fires home and too far inside. Terrell lets it go by for ball 1. 1-2 count. Gabe Armitage with the advantage. See what him and his brother got for us. And too far outside for ball 2. 2-2 count. As Gabe Armitage. Already up to 57 pitches on the day. And that one low in the zone, but a nice stop there. That was actually a full count, so okay. They accidentally sent off the man a little early. So Terrell's coming back. Now he'll get his full count pitch. I'm not sure who had the incorrect information there, but maybe the scoreboard was just so quick. The umpire was like, "Oh, was it 3-2 already?" And that one goes behind him, and they're going to score a run on a wild pitch. So 5-1. Staples-Motley leads on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Yeah, tough break for the Cowboys. Had the 0-2 count for that at bat and weren't able to get him out. Instead, turns into a walk. Definitely a tough break for Breckenridge, who have been putting together innings that, they get to the 2 outs, and then when they think they got that final out, that's when it happens. As that one just misses a hair outside. Man on first. This is number 12 for the Cardinals, Bo Carlson. Carlson, the lone K of the day for Staples-Motley. Gabe Armitage checks the man at first, and Logan Church is not able to get the tag in time. 1-0 count, 5-1 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Cardinals in the lead over the Breckenridge Cowboys on a rainy day in Staples. Gabe Armitage looking to fire home. And that one too low for a 2-0 count. Bottom of the 3rd. Once again, Staples-Motley up 5-1. They got a man on first after Terrell was able to walk. And the wild pitch scored the run. And that one outside and low for ball 3. So a 3-0 count for Gabe Armitage. So both teams have scored a run here in the 3rd inning. Connor Ernst with the RBI single earlier on in this inning, and now we got another walk. So Gabe Armitage struggling with his control here in the inning. And head coach Jack Heidemann going to head out there for a mound visit. We'll see if this is just the first visit of the day, so not sure if a pitching change is coming, but we'll see. As Coach Heidemann talking some strategy with the rest of the folks as well. Looks like they are not making a change this time around, but that could be on the horizon. Talking it over with the squad. All right. Looks like they're going to be wrapping up the mound visit. Head coach Jack Heidemann. That is Dad Kevin helping out as an assistant again. I got here, the first thing Kevin said was, "This is perfect baseball weather, Turner." I said, "I hope it sure turns into it." So far, not exactly. That sun comes out, I might do a backflip. Gabe Armitage. 2 men on. And starts off the at-bat with the first pitch strike. Catches the outside corner for strike one looking. And we're at the top of the order for Staples-Motley. Or my apologies. We're at the bottom of the order. Silas Clausen. And this one is going to be hit into the gap. It's going to score 1 run. And that'll leave runners in the corners, the RBI single. Second run of the inning for the Cardinals. Bottom of the order. Excuse me. RBI single from Silas Clausen. And Clausen was the one who put the ball in play for the error that turned into 3 runs in the second inning, as Gabe Armitage is going to be calling it a day. We got another mound visit and a pitching change coming our way, so we'll take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll have 2 outs in the bottom of the third inning. Cowboys trailing 6-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side. No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Get your vehicle back on track with Smith Motors' Fresh Start Tire Event. Buy 3, get 1 for $1 on select tires. Find a better price elsewhere within 30 days of purchase, and Smith Motors will refund the difference. Need shocks and struts? Get up to $80 in rebates, along with $40 in rebates on brake pads and brake rotors. Plus up to $40 in rates on TPMS sensors. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wapaton. Visit smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains #1 today.
And welcome back. And we're diving right back into it with Tucker Snyder on the hill. And just like that, we got a run coming in right off the bat as the rain has really picked up here. Wild Pitch scores a run. 7-1 your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So not the ideal start. But this one popped up out of play. Might end up hitting on the top of our shed that we got in here. Nope. 1-1 count. 7-1 score. Second 3-run inning in a row for Staples-Motley. 1-1 count. Breckenridge had 2 outs and had a man 0-2. Were able to, or would have been able to get out of the inning without giving up any runs, but just like in the last inning, kind of a crucial mistake has now led into Staples-Motley capitalizing on those mistakes. Now Staples-Motley at the top of the order. Kosan has been beamed a pair of times. And that will not continue on this pitch, at least, as it is fouled off.
Seen a total of 3 pitches before coming into this at bat.
Snyder
On 2 of them. Now has a chance to try and do a hit himself. 2-2 the count.
with the man on second.
2-2 with 2 outs. Runner on
Snyder
Here's the pitch.
fires home. That one too low. Paul Armitage wasn't able to keep it from flying back. That'll give Staples-Motley a free base over to third.
What Breckenridge will say is, hey, let's just get that out. Let's get that out. 3rd out. Let's move on to the dugout. 3-2.
Full count. Snyder
3-2 here.
now has a man on third to worry about instead of second.
Cardinal lead off it.
Right-handed pitcher.
Here's the pitch.
Fires home.
That one's tapped. Foul. Now on the third
Fouled
base.
off.
Tappy trying to play it on a hop and bobbled it.
3-2 count.
Gets a groan from the home supporters there. Tappy just
Once again, 2 outs. As you guys can probably hear the rain coming down a little bit here on our roof.
Tappy, who had a 2-run double in his last at bat. Looking to
So
see if
Cooper
he can
Tappy.
get up with runners in scoring position again here. Runner on third base, 2 out. The 3
Snyder
delivery to
fires home and ends up with ball 4.
So he's reached base 3 times.
I actually thought
Any at bat.
that almost grazed
With a hit by pitch.
his. And now we got a throw to the pitcher was
Going to second base and trying to
going to turn into a player getting into a rundown. But they have to check third, and they're going to get the runner. So a delayed steal
excellent base running by the Cardinals.
turns into some confusion and another run. So an 8-1 score now on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. After the delayed steal caught their attention over at first, they were kind of daring them to get into a rundown over there on the first baseline and then allowing the man over at third to take home. And that's I was talking about the Breckenridge staple on the pickoff. That one's a Wapton staple. I always loved their delayed steals that they would always whip out my first couple years covering them in Legion. Snyder has that one go way outside. And we got a man on third. Cowboys down 8-1 here in the bottom of the third inning on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1-0 count. And I know I keep bringing it up, but we once again go back to the fact the Cowboys had 2 outs and a batter with an 0-2 count, and this inning is still going. And that batter walked, by the way. So these game of inches, I know they say that about football, but you can always say it about any sport. But they probably do say it about any sport. I probably just thought it was a football line. But and now a 3-0 count. Tucker Snyder on the hill in relief. And in the batter's box, the left-handed hitter for Staples-Motley. Will now get. Oh, my apologies. I had to double check the name. It's Cooper Tappy. You guys probably remember his 2-run double earlier in the game. 3-1 count. Waiting the delivery from Snyder. Struggling a little bit with his control, and that's ball 4. Cowboys trailing 8-1 now. Better make sure I update the scoreboard on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And hey, look, I did for once. First time for everything. 2 outs. Breck down 8-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. The other Tappy in the batter's box now, Colby Tappy. It's got a man on first and another on third. This one popped up. Third baseman maybe has a play on it. And neither of them are going to be able to get there. Good hustle from Cooper Roberts and Trey Volgeblacher. Breck down 8-1 once again. Here in the bottom of the third, they've allowed 4 runs here in the third inning. Down 8-1 here at Jerry Reaver Field. This one hit hard to right field. And actually right center gap, where Staples-Motley's made a lot of their hay today, but today that'll be a loss, or this at bat, it will be a loss and all offense snag for the final out. So 4 runs come in for Staples-Motley. And we'll return with the Cowboys down 8-1 when we start the top of the 4th. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride, we inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
And welcome back, top of the 4th inning. Starting up in a bit here. Breckenridge Cowboys gave up 4 runs in the 3rd. Got their first run of the game in the 3rd as well. Paul Armitage, the cleanup hitter, jumping into the batter's box to start this off. Armitage getting ready to start off the 4th. His squad in a 7-run deficit they got to crawl their way out of. And Ben Terrell fires the first pitch, and a swing and a miss from Paul Armitage to start off the at-bat. So Terrell. Terrell fires the pitch, and some nice off speed there. Armitage tries chasing it out of the zone for the strike. Armitage waiting the 0-2 delivery, and Terrell throws this one a little too high in the zone for a curveball. We'll see if it stays in play, and it will be just out of play. Some good hustle there from the catcher, but not able to leap the fence and grab it. 0-2 count. Paul Armitage. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. Are those neon green gloves or are they yellow gloves? I think neon green. I'm colorblind, so I'm a little unreliable here. I can tell it's different from the regular green on the Cowboys jerseys. As Armitage tries ripping this one to left field. It goes pretty deep to the left field fence, but it's going to be hauled in before it can get to where the warning track, I assume, would be. But Paul Armitage with the fly out to left. Brings up the 5-hitter in the order, Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher. Hopping into the batter's box so far, 0 for 1 on the day. Terrell, the 1-0, or starts off with a ball, 1-0 count. Vogelbacher. Let's another one go by. 2-0 count. Firing home is Terrell. And Vogelbacher will swing at this one, foul it off. Vogelbacher not on the hill today. It's always a treat when we do get to see him take the mound. Cowboys enter this game with a record of 5-4. Actually, just played yesterday, if I remember correctly, unless that was 2 days ago. As Vogelbacher is going to drive this one deep as well. This one to center field, though. Pretty close to the fence once again, so that right fielder better be on notice. Left field had to back up, center field had to back up. Now right field, we'll see if that's going to get driven back there as Gavin Hoppert hops into the batter's box. I don't know if he's really known for his power so much, but see if he's going to buck that trend and send this one flying. Trying to keep this from being a 1-2-3 inning. Terrell has his squad up 8-1 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard here in the top of the fourth. 2 low in the zone. 1-0 count. And Hofford hits this one over to third base, and we got an E5 with the shortstop actually trying to come in and get it himself after that, but so into the batter's box, Quentin Luger struck out his last time up. So man on first is Gavin Hopper. Let's see if Lugert will watch a ball go by to start it off. 1-0 count on a wet day here in Staples. I don't know if they'll ever just postpone a day because of rain. You hear about games getting rained out, but 2-0 count. And pickoff attempt to first base. Gavin Hopper back in time. And man on first. Lugert will watch this one drop in. Oh, actually just a little too high. I thought that one was a strike down the plate, but misjudged that a little bit. 3-0 count. Lugert will watch first strike go by. And swing and miss from Lugert to make it a full count. And Hopper trying his darndest not to get picked off. Breckenridge hasn't been able to exactly rack up the base runners, and Quinn Luger trying to show me he draws the walk. So 2 men on for Breckenridge after they started off with a pair of outs right off the bat. And now into the batter's box is Tucker Snyder. His first action of the day. I mean, his first action at the plate on the day, I should say. Terrell checks the runner, fires home, and ball outside. 1-0 count. They got men on first and second, with Breck down 8-1 once again on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And pickoff attempt to second is not in time. Gavin Hopper not falling asleep over there. What a beautiful day for baseball. Are there any bad days for baseball? 1-0 count. And high for Snyder. And by the way, Luger right now, Luger got on with the walk, but now in the batter's box is Snyder, who came in for Gabe Armitage. So I guess Gabe's day is done. I didn't know if they were going to be reworking the substitutions any differently or not. But a 3-0 count for Tucker Snyder. If he watches another ball go by here, he could juice the bases. That one too low for ball 4. So Terrell allows the bases to get loaded, and they're going to talk it over really quick here. I assume it's just going to be a quick mound visit here and saying let's just get these final out here, but the guy who's coming up is the one who has the RBI single on the day, so Riley Cap is not to be trifled with. Oh, my apologies. Connor Ernst had the RBI. Had the RBI double, or had the RBI single. Riley Kappas did have a hit during that stretch, though, so that's where I got messed up. So Breckenridge will actually use a courtesy runner. Jacob Nicholson heading over to first base, run for Lugert. So back in the batter's box is Riley Kappas. Starts off the at-bat by watching a curveball drop into the zone for strike one. And this one popped up. And it's going right to the shortstop. So, but it is a slippery day. And that is why you factor in the weather. Off of the glove. Might be a little hard to keep an eye on where the ball is when you got rain coming down in your eyes, but that allows 2 runs to score. So Breckenridge catching a break. They had one earlier in the day that cost them a few runs, so getting a little of that karma coming their way. 8-3. Now the score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. As Logan Church hits it over to first base, stopped by the first baseman, and touches first for the out. So Breckenridge gets a pair of runs off of the, Riley Kappas putting it in play with 2 outs and the costly error for Staples-Motley. But they still got 5 runs, a 5-run cushion there. So we'll see how big it ends up having an impact on the rest of this way. But bottom of the 4th coming your way. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the i3G Sports Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wapaton, representing Auto Owners Insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wapaton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Back, we will be starting the bottom of the 4th inning shortly. Cowboys were able to tack a couple runs on the board off of an E6. The weather once again being a factor in the ball game. You guys can hear it coming down right now. As bottom of the 4th about to start once again. Breckenridge down 8-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And we've seen a lot more drop balls than we usually do. We saw a couple even in the infield. 8-3 once again, your score. Staples-Motley in the driver's seat. Excuse me. Breckenridge. Tucker Snyder on the hill. Excuse me. Came in for Gabe Armitage last inning. Oh, my apologies. Riley Kappas onto the hill. So Tucker Snyder's stint was short-lived. And Riley Kappa is going to take a stab at this. Cowboys trailing 8-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Inside Kappas. The 1-0 count now. The righty is It's in right field to start off the day, and this one driven to center field where Lawson Oliphant will make the grab. Another time to point out that I think the rain has picked up at its heaviest right now. Umpire lives for games like this, though. He's not worried about it. Excuse me. 8-3, your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And this one inside for ball one. Riley Kappas ends up sending this one off of the thigh of the Staples-Motley batter. So he'll take his base. Heading down to first base is number 11 for Staples-Motley, and that was Hayden Rutherford. Now into the batter's box. We got number 2, Jack Carlson. Breckenridge once again down 8-3 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Just got a couple runs off of an error in the last inning. Excuse me. And Breckenridge just kind of throwing it around as we got Paul Armitage once again behind the plate. Having a busy day trying to run down all these pass balls. And once again, I don't remember a whole lot of baseball games where I've seen this much rain as this is driven to left field for the single. Brings up Ben Terrell. 1 out so far here in the bottom of the fourth. Staples-Motley trying to pick up the big conference win over the Cowboys. Actually counts toward 2 wins for this, as the only time they're going to square off this year. Breckenridge trailing 8-3 in this conference battle. Kappas checks the runners at first and second and has this one go low and in the dirt, and the catcher actually is not able to track it down, so someone else is going to have to run over to it. By the way, they made a change at the catcher position as well. Excuse me. Unless this is Snyder. Maybe I just misread Snyder's number earlier. I think it actually is Snyder behind the plate. Apologies. Jordan T-Berg behind the plate. Excuse me. So the battery of T-Berg and Kappas. 2 men in scoring position for the Cardinals, who have an 8-3 cushion. Excuse me, folks. Gotten a little under the weather. Bottom of the fourth inning once again. Cowboys trailing the Cardinals 8-3. And this one catches the zone for strike one. 3-1 count. Gabe Armitage started on the hill. Tucker Snyder got the final out of an inning, and now Riley Kappas in as got a nice bunt, RBI bunt, and we'll leave runners in the corners. So kind of caught Breckenridge sleeping a little bit there with the bunt, but well executed for the bunt single. 9-3 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard now. 1 out. Breckenridge having to deal with the elements here once again. With a steady rain that has not has been going from from constantly steady, a steady down, not a downpour, but a very steady rain. The closest it's gotten to stopping was sprinkling, but for the most part, it's been a pretty steady rain. And both teams with 3 errors to show for here in the 4th inning. As Riley Kappas and T-Berg that one catches the bottom outside corner for strike 2 looking, 0-2 count. Staples-Motley looking to capitalize with runners in the corners. This one too low, and wild pitch will score a run. Makes it a 10-3 score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. So Breckenridge got a couple runs to kind of narrow the gap a little bit there, but Staples-Motley all of a sudden just getting 2 runs right back, and deficit's back to 7. And now hit over to the third baseman, gun over to first, and it is out. Logan Church doing a great job of stretching out for that one. A run does score on it on the RBI ground out, but Cooper Roberts fired that one over to first base, and Logan Church with a nice stretch and grab. I was going to say, I bet you didn't know I could do the splits. And my apologies, that run came in, but evidently the runner just got to third. I'm just seeing things apparently. 10-3 is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. 1-0 count, or 2-0 count, apologies. 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Man on third. Riley Kappas on the hill. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Oh, apologies for strike 1. Saw second baseman run in. I thought he was wrapping up the inning. Had me second guessing it for a second. Even though I just said 2-0 count. There we go. Good to see the ADHD brain at work as that one catches the outside part of the plate for strike 2. Man on third for Staples-Motley, who have a 7-run lead. And this one hit Oppie to right field for the run. So an RBI single. It's a nice clutch rip there from the bottom of the order once again, Silas Clausen. So now to the back to the top of the order for Staples-Motley. Kosan, who scored a pair of runs today. He's walked once and he's got beamed twice. So on base percentage going crazy today. As he's looking for his first hit of the day. He's going to try to get it in left field. Trey Vogelbacher is going to haul it in for the out though. So that'll wrap up the inning. Breckenridge now trailing 11-3 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. We'll return for the top of the 5th inning. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heidkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more. Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing? How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heidkamp Construction in Wapton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948. Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their home, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
And welcome back to Breckenridge, trailing 11-3 as we get started with the 5th inning. Top of the 5th coming your way. Cowboys. See who they got in the order due up. All right, looks like we got Connor Ernst stepping in the batter's box next. Ernst has the lone RBI of the day for Breckenridge with an RBI single. Staples-Motley able to put 3 runs on the board. They're hoping to get this wrapped up in 5, I'm assuming, and get out of the rain, unless, I don't know, maybe they really like playing in the rain. If that's the case, these Cardinals are different. 11-3, they lead here on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Connor Ernst going to try to get the party started. First one, too high in the zone for ball 1. Terrell has been on the hill the whole day. So far surrendered 3 hits, 3 runs. I think only one of them earned. Popped up. I know 2 of them weren't. Catcher is not able to get there in time to haul in the foul ball. So Connor Ernst still in the battle, 1-1 count. Or the sophomore. Terrell. Helped himself out last inning for sure. Actually had it 2 outs, but then the shortstop wasn't able to haul in a fly ball, which you can't really blame him with the weather, allowing 2 runs to come in. But if not for those 2 runs, they'd be up 11-1 here, and Terrell will be trying to close this out to wrap it up in 5. It's Connor Ernst. He's going to drive this one to left, and it's going to go deep, deep, deep. It's actually going to go to the fence. Connor Ernst with the stand-up double. Trying to get his team pumped up. And you can tell it was going far when the left fielder didn't ever turn around and start backpedaling. It was a dead sprint to the fence. 1 hop to the fence, and now we got a stand-up double for Connor Ernst, who's got the big bat today. An RBI single and also a stand-up double. Not too shabby of a day. I think we may as well just do our player of the game segment right here. You know, obviously still a lot of game left potentially, especially if the Cowboys can put together a rally here. Got a man in scoring position to start it off here in the top of the 5th. And curveball lands outside the zone for ball 1. Cooper Roberts. The man on second to work with. Check the Game Changer app. If you guys follow their team on there, as Cooper Roberts is going to hit this one over to the shortstop. So it's going to be a low throw. So another error from Staples allows the base runner on. So men in the corners for Breck. So the 4th error of the day for the Cardinals. Brings up Paul Armitage. Or my apologies. Actually, T-Berg's coming into the batter's box. We'll see what T-Berg's got for him. Jordan T-Berg, his first AB of the day. He's got 2 men on for him. And 2 high in the zone. T-Berg coming into the cleanup spot for Paul Armitage, who he's also catching for. This one, 2 high in the zone for ball 2 for T-Berg. T-Berg can load the bases if he gets on here. He's got men in the corners. And That one finds the outside part of the plate for strike one looking. Jordan T-Bird. Waiting the 2-1 delivery. His squad down by 8. And swinging a miss, a little behind that one. Even it up at 2-2. We'll see if Terrell's going to try to take him himself here. And instead he'll go for a pickoff to first with how slippery the ball's been today. I don't even know if I'm going to be risking too many pickoff throws, but to each their own. That's why I don't pitch. So he's thinking about the wrong things here. Terrell has this one outside, and it's actually going to be a wild pitch that'll score a run. So Connor Ernst comes in for the run. Cuts the lead to 7. 11-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And still no outs here in the inning. T-Bird awaits the payoff pitch, and that drops in for strike 3, but it goes off the catcher's glove, so T-Bird's going to gun it down to first, and he's going to be out at first. So, out number 1. And the runner moved over to third. So, brings up Trey Vogelbacher. Vogelbacher. No hits on the day so far, 0 for 2. So 11-4 is your score. Your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard, and a man in scoring position here for Vogelbacher. And that curveball drops in out of the zone. 1-0 count for Vogelbacher. And got him on the check swing there. 1-1 count. Vogelbacher sporting the white gloves. He's got the black sleeves. I'd be wearing sleeves on a day like today too, but Terrell is a little tougher on the hill. Saying we're going all natural today. 2-1 count. 11-4. Breckenridge trailing Staples-Motley on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard on a rainy day in Staples. This one outside, 3-1 count. I might go take a survey outside and see if there's any just pure baseball fans who are here who don't have any relatives at the game and they're not being paid to be here. I'm going to say, what are you doing? You love baseball more than anyone I know. Because I don't think I'd be doing it. And once again, I don't know if you guys can really hear the acoustics in here, but I'm in a shack, and you can hear some rain coming on our roof as Trey Vogelbacher watches ball 4 go by. So we got runners in the corners for the Cowboys, and coming into the batter's box is Gavin Hoffert. Hoffert got on with an error his last time up. Staples-Motley could get out of the inning with a double play, and then could close out the game with 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th potentially. Hoffert. It's got men in the corners once again. Roberts on third and Vogelbacher on first. And on deck is Lawson Oliphant. 0-1 count. Breck down 11-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Terrell fires the pitch, and oof, that fouled off, and not only fouled off, but smoked the mask of the umpire behind the plate. It's all right. Couldn't be me. We got an 0-2 count. It's again Breckenridge trailing 11-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Terrell checking the runners on first and third. And too far outside to make it a 1-2 count. Hopper didn't go chasing smartly. It's going through the routine, and swing and a miss from Hoffert for strike 3. Second out of the inning. And Breckenridge hoping not to waste these two runners on base. Lost an Oliphant. Stepping into the batter's box. Breckenridge has got a run in this inning. Lost an Oliphant. Watches that one go high. His first AB of the day. Oliphant. Right-handed hitter. Waiting the delivery. And hacks this one, and that's going to go foul down the third baseline. 1-1 count and 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. In a 2-point conference game against Staples-Motley. I believe the first conference game these two teams have played against each other. And Oliphant ends up check swinging on that one for strike 2, 1-2 count. Oliphant. Here in his junior season. And is able to get the bat on the ball there, but fouls it off once again. Once again, men on first and third. Trey Vogelbacher over on first. Roberts on third. Cowboys have scored in the last 3 innings, but Lost an Oliphant will watch this one go. Strike 3 down the plate. And fantastic curveball there from Terrell to wrap up the inning. Bottom of the 5th coming your way next. Breckenridge trails 11-4 after getting 1 run in that one. You are listening to Cowboy Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live, part of the I3G Sports Network.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.
Is your score on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Breckenridge Cowboys trailing the Staples-Motley Cardinals. Got 1 run in the last inning, and Staples-Motley closes one out with 3 runs on a rainy day here in Staples. Been steady rain all game. They said, we got a game on the schedule, we're doing it. This one, 2 low in the zone as Riley Kappa still on the hill. Last inning was his first inning of work. And we got a hit to the right center gap where Staples-Motley have just been tearing it up today. And we got a stand-up double from, I don't know if that was Colby or Cooper Tappy. That was Cooper Tappy. Colby Tappy now stepping into the batter's box. So after the stand-up double, Hopping in the batter's box currently with, he's 0 for 2 with an RBI. And there were 2 doubles now by Cooper Tappy on the day. He had the 2-run double earlier in the day. And Colby Tappy hitting this to a very similar spot. And this one might even go, oh, it is not going to go out. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Got another stand-up double. And Tappy trades spots with Tappy. And we got a RBI double. Makes it an 8-run game. And my apologies. Gotta lean over and update the score here. I'm getting old when I make noises like that when I just lean over. But 12-4 is your score, your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Man on second is Tappy, and that one actually behind the batter there. Gave him a quick jolt to the system there for Chris Taylor. I think I actually said Jenkins earlier. Don't know where that came from. But Chris Taylor. And this one low in the dirt. T-Berg tracking it down. Was going to try to get it to third. But not able to get the throw over there. So we got a 12-4 Staples-Motley lead with a man on third. Taylor at the plate. And it's an 8-run lead. The game-winning run at the plate. Hits it down the third base line, but it's going to be foul. To make it a 2-1 count with a man on third, and Breckenridge Cowboys need to get 3 outs before Staples-Motley is able to get 2 more runs to keep this game alive. Riley Kappas waiting on the go-ahead from the umpire. Kappas delivers home, and this one hit to right field, and it's going to be hauled in for the out, but tagging up for the run is going to be Tappy. So 1 out, and now a 13-4 game. Game-winning run is at the plate. 13-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Staples-Motley in the lead on their home field. And at the plate is the game-winning run once again. Number 11, Hayden Rutherford. Rutherford is over 2 with a run today. Riley Kappas, second inning on the hill today. After Gabe Armitage started off the game. That one inside, almost pegged off of a leg, but Rutherford will get out of the way. 2-0 count for him. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. And this one hit to the shortstop. The throw is going to go too high. Connor Ernst sails the throw, and it's going to go out of play, so Rutherford will go to second. Unimpeded. Hayden Rutherford into scoring position. And Jack Carlson is going to try to put this game away. And that is the 4th error of the day for the Cowboys. Both teams now with 4 errors in 5 innings. Not incredibly surprising on the rainy day. Kappas checks the runner at second. As this one too low and in the dirt. Ball 1. The game-winning run on second. 1-0 count. Kappas waiting on the sign from Jordan T-Bird. And this one popped up. And second baseman, Gavin Hopper, it's going to have the play on it, and he hauls it in for the second out. Ben Terrell steps into the batter's box. And once again, the game-winning run at second base. So Terrell, if his teammates are trying to get out of the rain, He's never had more pressure on his shoulders. As this one finds the outside corner for strike one, looking. Riley Kappas. Now with a 0-1 start to the inning, or to the at-bat. And that one a little too high and inside for a 1-1 count for Terrell. He's already put together a solid game on the hill. Only allowed 4 hits. That went too high in the zone for ball 2. After Kappas checks the runner at second, fires home and too far outside for 3-1 now. So hitters count for Terrell. As Riley Kappas fires home, and that one is actually going to go over the head of Terrell. So ball 4. And into the batter's box is number 12. This is Bo Carlson. Carlson 0 for 2 with a run and a walk. Does have the lone strikeout of the day. 1-0 count. Once again, the game-winning run is on second. The runner on first doesn't really matter too much. And that one misses outside. Make sure you have some context if you tell his mother I just said that. 2-0 count. He matters, just not in the sense of this game. 2-0 count. Breckenridge trailing 13-4. And Staples-Motley gonna pop this one up. Bo Carlson once again. Now the 2-1 count. Bottom of the 5th inning. Staples-Motley up 13-4 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And Breck just needs one more out to get out of the inning, while Staples needs one more run to end the game. And that went too high in the zone. So hitters count once again 3-1 for Carlson. And Riley Kappas trying to deliver a strike, which is a tall order on a rainy day like today, and almost ends up beaming the batter, but ball 4 to load the bases with 2 outs. And bottom of the order is Silas Clausen coming up, but don't make sure to don't get it twisted. Silas Clausen is a fantastic hitter at the bottom of the order today. 2 for 3 with a pair of RBIs and a pair of runs. So Breckenridge going to do a quick pitching change. Head coach Jack Heidemann. First mound visit since Kappas has taken over, so likely going to stick with him. Probably giving him some adjustments on what you're supposed to do when you're playing in the rain. Not to be confused with singing in the rain. Still haven't checked that out. I've heard it recommended to me a couple times, but surprisingly, none of my fellow 32-year-old buddies that I grew up with never recommended that to me. And we got a 13-4 lead for Staples-Motley on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Silas Clausen trying to put this one away. And pitch is delivered, fouled off. And Clausen is in the 0-1 count after the foul ball. And Riley Kappas trying to get out of this inning. Men on first and second. That one too high and inside. Actually, bases are loaded. Apologies. 1-1 count for Silas Clausen. Riley Kappas delivers home, and that'll find the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 count. Silas Clausen. With the game on his shoulders here. Silas Clausen. Gonna try to bring in the game-winning run, and that one's going to go too far outside. Doesn't chase. 2-2 count. And Riley Kappas fires home and ends up beaming the batter, and that will do it. So the RBI hit by pitch to end the day. 14-4 is your final. We'll take a quick break before we come back for your post-game show, brought to you by Miller Realty. You are listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7 FM and watching on YouTube at KBMW News Live for the I3G Sports Network. 14-4 your final once again. You've been listening to Breckenridge Baseball on B92.7.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
Hey, it's time for your Miller Realty postgame show on B92.7 FM, and I'm going to be fully honest with you guys. It's going to be a pretty quick one. I'm trying to get home and see my kids quick before bed. So 14-4 your final. Staples-Motley coming away with the victory over the Breckenridge Cowboys in 5 innings on a day where it just rained the whole entire game. I don't know if I've ever covered a game, though. It just rained all the way through. But we'll run through some stats for you, the State Farm Stat Report. And Connor Ernst coming away with 2 of the team's 4 hits, and one of those was an RBI hit. Also had the only extra base hit with a double today. Gabe Armitage had a single, as did Riley Kappas. I think all those singles came in a row, by the way. So if you take away 1 inning, I think they only had the 1 hit on the day, potentially. But once again, 14-4 the final, and Breckenridge scoring a pair of runs off of an error as well. Connor Ernst had the RBI single. And I'm trying to remember how the other run came in just recently. I believe that was on an error as well. But either way, Ben Terrell putting together a nice game. Gave up 4 hits in the 4 run. Only one of those runs being earned in the 5 innings. And then Gabe Armitage started the game on the hill. We'll run through some of the pitching stats for you as well. And Gabe Armitage, as we said, started off. Gave up 8 runs off of 4 hits and 5 walks. Struck out 1 batter. Actually, the only K on the day for the Breckenridge rotation. Tucker Snyder went a third of an inning, walked 2 batters. And then Riley Kappas went 1 2/3, gave up 5 hits and 6 runs. 5 of those runs being earned and also walked 2 batters. So Gabe Armitage will take the loss in this one, while Terrell will get the victory. And we'll look if we got any other stat tidbits for you to really run into. And looks like nothing really worth of note. But I did want to do our play of the game, brought to you by Red River Agency. I'm going to give that one to the Breckenridge infield, teaming up to get that rundown to happen early on in the game after the very nice pickoff move from Gabe Armitage. I want to say that was in the 2nd inning. So that was my play of the game. I thought that's when I probably got the most exciting for me, at least over here. But Connor Ernst for player of the game, brought to you by Essentia Health, here with you. Easy pick for that one. Not only did he have the lone RBI of the day, but also the lone extra base hit, as we mentioned. So 2 hits on the day, a double, and then also an RBI single. So a fantastic day from him at the plate. And Breckenridge need a little more, though, as they fell 14-4 once again to the Staples-Motley Cardinals. And that will do it, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Apologies getting a little later started than we intended, but it was a bit of a weird, kind of jump into it when we got here as far as all the rain and setting up and stuff. But thank you all so much for tuning in once again. Breckenridge falls to Staples-Motley on the road 14-4. And make sure to, keep up with KBMW and B92.7, as well as our website, kbmwnews.com. For any updates on any of the games we got coming up here, you've been listening to Breck Baseball on B92.7 FM once again.
B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KM today.